Hello and welcome back to the channel, guys. My name is Aryan and today I'll be talking about my experience with the Honda Highness CB350. So I've had this bike for almost 3 months now and I've done around 2300 kilometers, so I guess I have a good idea about all the positives and the negatives of the bike. In this video I'll be talking about all the positives of this bike. Before we get started, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. It's free and it helps me. So let's get on with the video. So what I love about this bike is the engine. This is a 350cc single cylinder engine and it has close to zero vibrations. It has quite the performance. It gets 21 PS of power and at around 5500 RPM and 30 Newton meters of torque at a low 3000 RPM. So it has a nice low end and a very punchy mid-range, but it then goes flat in the top end as expected with a long stroke engine. On the highways you can cruise at about 100-110 very easily without any problems. The second thing I like about this bike is this seat. So it is a very comfortable seat for the rider, not so comfortable for the pillion. It's on the harder side, so it's very good for the long tours. You don't get a pain in your butt. It keeps you comfortable throughout and you can go the distance very comfortably on this seat. If you ride with a pillion, you can opt for the split seat accessory that Honda offers. It gets a little longer pillion seat, so your pillion would be comfortable too. Next, what I like about this bike is the brakes. So it gets a 310mm disc at the front and a 240mm disc at the rear. It gets dual channel ABS as standard and gets Nissin brake calipers. And the feel and feedback from the brakes is very good. It's very good from the front brakes, not so much from the rear brakes. The rear brakes feel a little soggy. The fourth point that I like about this bike is that it is feature loaded. It gets all LED lights, so LED headlight, LED indicators. The tail light is also an LED. It gets a slipper clutch. It gets a switchable traction control system, so you can turn it off with the press of this button. It gets a very nice MID which gives you a lot of information. So it has an odometer, a trip A, trip B, instant fuel economy, average fuel economy. So it's giving me 35.4 kilometers to a liter. It shows you the range and it also gets a battery voltage meter. It also gets a side stand indicator and a USB-C fast charger over here. It also gets a hazard light switch as standard. So on the DLX Pro model you get a Bluetooth system which the Bluetooth connects to your mobile, and you get a joystick over here. You can control your phone through those joysticks. You can also control the MID with those joysticks, but in the DLX model, the one which I have, you need to use these buttons over here to control the MID. So the fifth point that I like about this bike is the design of the bike. Honda made it look like a true retro classic bike, and it shows. You get a lot of chrome, the front mudguard, the silencer, the exhaust pipe, the rear mudguard, and even the mirrors and the handlebar are chrome. There's chrome finish on the headlight too, and the overall fit and finish of the switch gear and the body panels is great. There are some niggles where Honda could have done a better job, like this. The tank moves a lot. It does not give you a problem while you're riding, but it does have a little bit of a play. Apart from that, the switch gear feels of very good quality. It feels of a premium quality. The fit finish of every other part is also very nice. The paint finish on this bike is also very nice. So it is a metallic maroon kind of a color and it is very nice. So the sixth point that I love about this bike is the exhaust note. It gets a thumpy, loud exhaust, but it is not that loud, so it won't give you or people around you a headache. You know how it gets with the Royal Enfield Bullets. So let's listen to the exhaust note once. The bike is very easy to ride. So you know, the seat is at a very comfortable height of 800 millimeters, so you know, riders up to a height of above the height of 5'7" can ride this very easily. The riding posture on this bike is also very comfortable, so you don't feel a lot of weights on your wrist. You sit upright. It's a very comfortable bike to ride on. The CB on the bike stands for city bike, and it stands true to its name. You can ride this bike in the city very easily. You can filter in the traffic very easily with no issues at all. You can make those quick turns, and you can take those sharp U-turns very easily in the city. You don't also feel the weight of the bike much. The dry weight of the bike is around 181 kilos, but you don't feel that at all while riding in the city. Also, it's a delight to ride on the highways too. The last but not the least point, the suspension of the bike is very nice too. You know, it's stiff but comfortable. I have heard a lot of people complain that the suspension of this bike is very stiff, but not according to me. According to me, it's very comfortable. So with that, it's time to end the video. Thank you so much for watching this. I'll be posting the video about the negatives shortly, so hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss that video. Until then, ride safe, take care, goodbye.